This week on the Kayak Fishing Show, we are in Lee County, Florida. We're going to be fishing the Calusa Blueway with a bunch of local experts. We're super excited to be back in Matlacha because this is the location of our very first shoot over 12 years ago. We're going to have a blast. Stick around. The Kayak Fishing Show is brought to you by Seagar, the inventor and perfecter of fluorocarbon fishing lines and leaders. Ray Marine, simply superior. So I got myself all checked in here at the Tarpon Lodge, which is an awesome place right on the water. And now I'm going to hook up with Marco and Brian, a couple of locals who are going to show us where we're going to be fishing for the rest of the day and the rest of the week.
And it'll drop back down.
So my name is Brian Stockbridge. My wife and I own Gulf Coast Kayak here in Matlacha. And here at Gulf Coast Kayak, I am an eco tour guide, a kayak fishing guide. My wife and I have been here 7 years and loving every minute of it.
My name is Marco and we are here in Matlacha at my place Fisherman's Paradise, which I'm using for vacation rentals, and I just love that place and how I love Matlacha.
Yeah, so now we are right here, and this is the area we will fish, so it's that point. And our advantage is that brings the reds out of the mangroves, and we will fish in maybe 5 to 8 inch water, and we will see them tailing. Hopefully we will find that.
Ah, very cool.
Yeah.
So they had it all planned out that the first evening we were going to go out from Tarpon Lodge, right out behind there, paddle a mile, maybe 2 miles, and work the mangroves around that area.
I think that's just a cloud. Yeah, I think we're safe. I don't see anything on the Doppler. We should have clear sailing, my friend.
One thing that was absolutely awesome on our first night out at Tarpon Lodge, it was kind of good and bad. There was a fire nearby that was causing a little bit of ash and a lot of smoke in the air, but it gave us a absolutely spectacular sunset. So we ended up having enough time to get out here for a few hours, just kind of work the kinks out and enjoy an evening on the water. And we got a hook up right in front of me. What you got, Marco?
Redfish on.
Redfish, nice.
Redfish, sir. And a nice one. Yeehaw!
Well, this is right where I saw a fish break a few minutes ago, so. Awesome!
That's a wonderful, nice little cutie redfish. Healthy, looks good, a one spotter, and I caught him on Johnson Gold Spoon, weedless.
I'm on! Has to be when you get far away from me. Now we got another hook up ahead. The red?
Yep. Barely hooked. Nice little redfish there. These guys sure do put up a great fight.
It's not huge, but I'm on the board, little baby snook. These snook really like to hang up tight to the mangrove, so you got to get that lure way up in there. I mean, super pretty little fish, but these things get massive. So, oh, and there he goes. Quick release. So I was on this little tiny band of anglers dart spin. So hopefully we can find his dad or grandpa.
Marco's on.
Get the big one. So, well, we had a super fun short session. Put several fish on the boats. I mean, first day on the water, you don't expect a whole lot, just kind of sorting everything out, and to already have fish on the kayaks, that's a good sign. We're gonna have a great time on this trip. Stick around. The Kayak Fishing Show is brought to you by Seagar, the inventor and perfecter of fluorocarbon fishing lines and leaders. Ray Marine, simply superior. Jackson Kayak, outdoor to the core. Yak Attack, make it yours. Kokatat, manufacturing paddle gear in Arcata, California for more than 50 years. Werner, a great fishing paddle is a great paddling paddle, and that's a Werner paddle. So we had a great night's sleep last night at the Tarpon Lodge. Got up bright and early because today we're gonna have a long day of fishing. We've actually loaded up the kayaks on the support boat so we can make some runs into some farther destinations in the Calusa Blueway. We're gonna have a great day of fishing today.
We scouted an area about 5 miles south of where we fished the day before. And unfortunately, when we got there, conditions weren't just right. We got to our first fishing spot, and there was about 100, if not more, white pelicans in the bay that we were planning on fishing that day.
There were a ton of pelicans in the area. There had been a little bit of red tide, so the first part of the day, we just were not seeing any signs of fish. The fish may just not be up in here because of all these pelicans, or they're getting pushed way back into the mangroves. Those guys love to eat fish.
All right, Jim, I'm not seeing much action in this cove here. Really haven't had a bite. Probably time to move on. We got some couple islands, half a mile or so up to the north here that have been holding redfish the last couple weeks, and I think it's worth the paddle. Give it a shot.
Well, good thing we got the Krakens that are good paddling boats. Ooh, a bait fish, a little pinfish. All right, I was actually able to scoop it up.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I had some hits, but I wasn't able to put fish into the boat like I wanted to have, so I'm trying, so I'm still motivated. That's the good thing.
Come on, Marco, show us how it's done, man.
Oh, buddy. First bite of the day, little snooklet. We'll let him back in the water. So even though it's a small snook and it's got plenty of energy, you want to be respectful to these fish and give them a proper revival before just letting them go. So I'm just holding him here, barely any pressure whatsoever. When he's ready to go, he's gonna go. Got him by the tail. There he goes, nice and easy. We want to respect the fishery as much as possible, respect the fish, and treat them properly so they can be caught another day.
Nice little red. Yeah, I saw something swirling in there, and I was pretty sure it wasn't mullet for once. Here we go. First redfish of the trip for me on that little dart spin. Whew. Hit like a freight train though. There was quite a few fish there, I think. So, beautiful fish, has that really pretty tail. And there he goes. Boom! Finally.
We made a run about 3 miles north, and it was a good decision. Within about the first 10 minutes, we hooked into the first snook of the day, and you know, it led to a pretty good day.
Had a fun morning. Got a few fish, not a lot, but a few. I think we're gonna take a break for lunch now. Go check out one of the local spots out at Cabbage Key. Get a cheeseburger in paradise.
My name's Mike Hammond, and I'm the Great Calusa Blueway coordinator. Great Calusa Blueway, it's a connection to Sanibel, to Fort Myers Beach, Pine Island, Matlacha, all these great places on the water. It's the wildlife, it's the fishing, it's just getting out into the environment and just exploring old Florida and seeing why this place is so special. We have some of the best beaches in the world. Sanibel's the best shelling beach in the world. It's just a fantastic place to come down and get outside. I think when you first come into Matlacha, you see how colorful it is. You see all the different art studios we have, you see the great restaurants, you really get the feeling that you're in a little fishing town. And that's what it is. It's a great place to come and visit. When people say old, funky Florida, this is exactly the place they're talking about.
That was awesome. So last night we made the move from the Tarpon Lodge over to Anglers Inn at Matlacha so we could get a nice early start over here at Gulf Coast Kayak. We launched basically right behind the kayak shop, and we're paddling out to this island to see if we can get these fish motivated to chew on something.
Yeah, that's the Calusa HD from Jackson, and I really love that kayak because it's so absolutely stable. It's an excellent platform for fishing. I really love it. I have it here in the United States and even in Germany, where I'm coming from. So it's stable, absolutely, and it's pretty fast. Mostly kayaks or fishing platform which are stable are not that fast, and you can do everything with this one. I really love fishing from it, and so you can't beat it. That's it. That's the kayak for everything.
I brought a couple of low-profile bait casters as well as one spinning reel for the reel light setups. All my reels are set up with Seagar Smackdown braid in their stealth gray. This stuff is amazing. It casts so incredibly well, super smooth. And I am absolutely in love with the new gold label fluorocarbon because you have as much abrasion resistance and strength, but in a smaller diameter, which is gonna help you get bit better. That's what I'm using here in Florida. Check it out. It is a little trout.
Yeah, it's a trout. Yeah, a little speckled sea trout to start the morning off. Hit it 2 feet in front of the boat. So we'll let this one fight another day. See you, buddy. A little early morning shower.
I'm on. That's a good fish, maybe. There we go. He hit that dart spin as soon as it hit the water. Fun fish on this light tackle for sure. He's coming back out in front of me. Oh, burning some line. What the heck? The hell was that?
Year-round, we target the big three, if you will. For inshore is going to be the snook, the redfish, and the trout. And then Jim caught a cobia.
I didn't know cobia came in shallow water like this.
A cobia made our day. He was fighting that fish for 30 minutes and the fish pulled him around. I was a couple hundred yards and I heard him screaming, and that was just beautiful. I saw his rod bending and I was scared that he's fighting that fish so hard so maybe to lose him.
So a lot of times when you hook up to a cobia, especially in a kayak, you only have so much leverage. So you really have to take your time. You have to be patient with the fish. You got to fight him just right. And Jim had it was a good 20, 25 minutes grinding this fish down to where it got tired.
Yeah! Yeah! Woo!
For a fight to last 20, 25 minutes, your leader has to be top notch. Jim's a Seaguar guy. He was using Seaguar the entire trip. And I really think besides Jim's kayaking fishing skills, that Seaguar really saved the day. There was not a fray on the line. It was pretty cool. Jim's fish was 33 inches and 1/8 from the fork of the tail to the head. And legal limit is 33 inches. So that's gonna be a nice dinner for someone this evening.
Nice of you to join us.
So that's really light tackle equipment, right?
Yeah, it was basically a bass rod.
You are a pro.
Well, we had a super fun morning today. I mean, I got my first ever cobia, so I'm stoked. Want to come in here for lunch. The plan was we'd come in for a late lunch, maybe get out for the evening, but the wind is blowing pretty good right now, and there's a tournament meeting tonight we want to go to, so we're probably just going to call it a day today and then come out here and check out all the competitors for the tournament tomorrow. The Kayak Fishing Show is brought to you by Kokatat, manufacturing paddle gear in Arcata, California for more than 50 years. Werner, a great fishing paddle is a great paddling paddle, and that's a Werner paddle. Yak Attack, make it yours. Standard Horizon, nothing takes to the water like Standard Horizon. Siegler Reels, delivering the highest quality fishing reels, period. The beaches of Fort Myers and Sanibel. It's what surrounds you. So we sent the anglers out this morning for the tournament. It's pretty windy and rainy, so it's gonna be really tough for us to shoot the show from the kayaks. So we're gonna actually jump in Marco's boat and go check out some of the anglers, maybe do a little bit of fishing off the boat. But first we wanted to stop by one of the local tackle shops. It's always fun to stop in a local tackle shop, see what they're using, look at old pictures on the wall, see what kind of bait they got. So kind of check it out. We're at D&D Tackle Shop, and it's just a cool little spot.
So it's your recommendation. I buy one.
Oh, it's one of my favorite lures.
Yeah, perfect. I like that. I like to hear that. Thank you very much.
Rainy days in Florida. So as you can see, as always, I can bring the rain to Florida. Unfortunately, it's the day of the tournament for these guys. So we decided to stick on the boat and do some fishing off the boat and see if we can get around and see some of the kayak anglers, the hardcore ones who are sticking it out in this wind and rain. maybe we'll get some fish too. I brought my rods and we'll just see how we do. But yeah, it's raining in Florida.
Hey Jim, that's the most lousy rainy day I have ever fished the last 10 years here in Florida. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jim. Oh man, I just love it. No, I'm telling you the truth, I hate it.
Probably the best part of what I get to do, traveling around the world, going to cool places, but it's always about the people, and we meet so many great people. Brian and Marco, by the end of this trip, I feel like I've known them forever. These were two of the best, and I know I've got a couple friends now that I will have for life. That's awesome. Initially, our intention was to go out and kayak fish and see some of the people out on the water. And of course, as boats will do, we had a boat issue.
Yeah,
Well, one of the problems you never have with kayaks, we're having with the boat. The fuel filter broke, or the connector for the fuel filter broke, so we're having to do a quick on-the-water repair. Of course, that never happens on a nice day. It's got to happen when it's cold and windy and rainy. Let me know if you need me to do anything, Marco.
yeah, I'm trying. I will let you know. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
You just got to roll with it. Make the best of it.
Okay, cross your fingers.
I'm not feeling any fuel in that bulb. How's your fuel level in the boat?
We have 5 extra gallons, or maybe we burned that much gas when we were so loaded with everything. I thought I knew my boat. Hey Jim.
It runs so much better when there's gas in it. Well, we've had a great return visit to Matlacha. We really want to thank the beaches of Fort Myers and Sanibel, Mike, who helped put everything together, Brian from Gulf Coast Kayak. I mean, what an awesome host, and of course, the Dirty German, Marco, for being such a great guest on the show. We had a great time. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you're going out on the water, please remember, always wear your PFD and keep your paddle right side up. We'll see you next time.